hanging out with my pal. He's not too impressed. It's actually doing pretty good for in the car. Just got done washing the truck. I kind of vacuumed it, but I gotta get like other stuff in here like that. Not that it's gotta be crystal meth perfect, but like I said, the bar a little higher. You know. The weekend just flies by. I said I don't give a fuck today. I took like a 2-hour nap. It was more like an hour and 20 minutes, but I blocked out the time to. Oh man, yeah, I'll be detailing my truck between stops. The guy I was working with, we're probably driving each other crazy, but he threw a bunch of like extension cords in my truck without like properly like wrapping them up, and and I'm like, bro, don't throw that shit in there like that. It's gonna drive me nuts. You know what I mean? And he threw a bunch of other stuff on top, and I fucking like wrapped him up before we left, and like I could tell we just whatever. And it's just that I don't like things looking like shit like that. So I said to him, all right, lady, slow your fucking car down, acting like you gotta be somewhere. I just said to him, like, I like things in their place, and I like things organized, and I like things proper, and for the most part. So when you go to get it, or somebody goes to get it, they can find it, and it's, I don't know, it just looks like shit. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like shit when you're driving around and shit's fucking, like the Beverly Hillbillies. You know what I mean? It looks like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or something. Then the one dude that they fired, I forgot to say this, but I told him, he was in this lady's house, and he comes back and grabs some rat poison, and he's like, yeah, she gives me a couple bucks for, I give her some rat poison. And I said, oh, okay. I said, for what? She gets mice in her house. And I said, why don't you just find out where it's coming from, seal it up, and just call it a day, instead of fucking doing this shit over and over. And I said, you don't, what if she has like a grandkid that comes over, and the rat drags the poison out inside, like in the middle of the kitchen, and she doesn't see it, and it's near the, and the kid's just sitting on the floor, while she's cooking or something, and fucking picks it up and puts it in his mouth. And he's like, oh, that's, I didn't really think about that. And I'm like, yeah. I go, yeah, it sounds extreme, you know what I mean? But imagine how often that probably happens, because people don't think of it. Or a pet. Oh, she doesn't have any pets. Yeah, but do we know if somebody visits? Like, you can, they make pellets, that you can put behind the stove, but you put in a big block back there, like a rat could take that and drag it. Or behind the whatever, and you wake up in the morning, you don't know that's there, and your dog comes down the stairs. And I'm like, I'm not saying this to be your dad, but you haven't been doing this long enough to be giving people rat poison. You know what I mean? Like, you've been doing this for like 6 months. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but that's not, like, I'm just saying, like, that shit, you can get arrested for fucking shit like that. I'm not lying to you. You know what I mean? Like, I know, you know what I mean? I haven't poisoned him, but, there's, I don't know, people just don't think that the Pest Control Department of Agriculture can't roll up on me right now and ask to look in the back of my truck and see my MSDS book and all of that stuff, and look through my chemicals and follow me into an account, or roll up to an account while you're in there. They just act like, I don't know, because it hasn't happened to them and they haven't seen them. But, well, I know I've gotten fined when I was younger, and I've gotten arrested doing this shit. You know what I mean? Running a business off the record. You know what I mean? So I had like 8 misdemeanors.